Hallo, mijn naam is Shirley Spoor en welkom bij Night at the Park TV. Op 27 juni 2015 is er weer een nieuwe editie en hebben we topartiesten, waaronder UB40. En nu heb ik het geluk dat ik met ze een afspraak heb om te kijken of ze er net zoveel zin in hebben als ik. Komen jullie mee? How is it to be back?
It's great.
Yeah?
Absolutely lovely to be back. We just have such a great time here. We've got so many friends here. As Alex says, we've been coming here for 30 plus years.
Is there maybe one gig or performance that you really remember because it's been
well, one of the
way?
best we did was in Eindhoven recently with the late great John Holt.
Okay.
We played with him and with Luciano, and the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra, and that was just a couple of months ago, and that was brilliant. After I haven't been to Holland for about 4 years, you know.
Okay.
So to be coming back and doing a festival like that with John Holt was great.
When UB40 started,
Yeah.
you were all unemployed,
Yeah.
and that you were in a bar. There was something
Possibly.
going on with a fight. I don't know if it happened.
It did happen, yeah. It was on my 17th birthday, and I was in a pub. I shouldn't have been in a pub, I was only 17.
Yeah.
And I was hit in the face with a glass, and a couple of years later I got criminal injuries compensation,
Yeah.
and with that money we bought the first equipment for the band. Well, it was unlucky to be hit in the face with a glass,
Yeah.
but it was lucky that at a time when we needed the money, suddenly the cheque appeared, you know.
Yeah,
And,
but you bought instruments, you could
yeah.
do a lot of other things with the money.
Yeah, I would have, but you know, I chose to spend, you know, a lot of the money on
On the instruments.
instruments, but it did get us up and running.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
we loved reggae, and we were unemployed, and we decided we'd learn how to play, and we put on a Sly and Robbie record called Gregory Isaac's Mr. Know-It-All,
Yeah.
and we played it, and so that's the rhythm, that's the bass, and we figured out how to play, and so we were all self-taught. We were, you know, a product of Margaret Thatcher's, you know, Britain, and they were very austere times, and we were disenfranchised youth, you know, and when we got UB40 together, it was to raise money for the Claimants Union, because we started our own Claimants Union, which is to help people to get the benefits that they're entitled to.
Yeah, exactly.
But it was illegal, so we were always being thrown out of the place, you know. And so we decided to become a band,
Yeah,
a reggae band. Yeah.
You released an album last year, or in 2013, Silhouette?
Yeah, Silhouette. That's the latest offering. Yeah.
Is there maybe a new album coming, or are you working on something?
That is the new album.
Yeah, but is there something?
Well, we're in
Give
the
us
middle.
a chance.
We're in the middle.
Okay. Sorry.
We're in the middle of
Yeah.
a world tour at the moment,
Yeah.
you know, and well, we're not even halfway through yet, are we?
No.
It
Yeah,
goes
so
on
we're
in
busy
some-
promoting that at the moment, so
Yeah.
we haven't really thought about writing a new album yet.
But I think I'd like to do a live album first before we do another studio album,
Yeah.
because we're
Maybe
going
also
around the
in
world.
Holland?
Well, we could do some of it in Holland, but we were in Shanghai recently,
Oh,
in
really?
China.
Oh.
So I think UB40 live in Shanghai
Yeah, could be
sounds
really
good.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah, sounds exotic.
Yeah, exactly.
We've already got UB40 live in
international.
Holland.
We've got live
Yeah.
in Holland already.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
we
saw.
did the Ahoy.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
so you know, mostly you play the same songs because the audience wants to hear the big hits.
Yeah.
Do you still try some new things, maybe some new arrangements, or change a little bit in the set list, or
Well,
because I can imagine that
We're
it's, you know,
promoting Silhouette at the moment, so
Yeah.
there's maybe four songs off Silhouette in
Yeah.
the set. Everybody knows the songs, you know.
yeah,
In the 80s and 90s, we had 40 top 20 hits
Yeah.
in Britain and Europe, you know. So
we've got a lot in our arsenal to choose from. But yeah, as Ali says, there are certain songs that we know that we couldn't go out and perform
Exactly.
without doing
Yeah.
those numbers.
yeah,
You know, and you know, that's what people want to hear. They want to hear the songs that they listen to on the school run, or when they're having the bath, or in
Yeah.
the shower.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? that's what they want to hear. And you know, we don't even try to mess around with the arrangement because you know, because if people, because if people know it, they know it off by heart, and if you change it,
they go, "You're doing it wrong."
Yeah. Exactly.
I remember when I went to see Bob Marley in the Wailers when I was a kid, and I remember he did one song, "Live You Up Yourself," and it was too fast. And I was really disappointed, you know, because I was a complete Bob Marley fanatic, you know. And just because it was too fast, it annoyed me. I remember, you know, even though I was in awe of him and I loved the concert, I was just annoyed that that one number was too fast, you know, it was the wrong speed. And I've always remembered that. So we try and stay faithful to the recorded version, you know.
Okay.
I think that's why this tour's so good, because the audience is coming and they're happy to see me and Astro back together again, you know, and it's like, you know, at the end of another era and the start of a new one, you know.
Yeah. If you would ever do a collaboration, if is there an artist?
There's a million. There's a million, you know. Over the years, over our 30-year career, we've worked with many different people, you know.
And a lot of our idols, you know, when we've done...
With our heroes too.
Yeah, we've done the Fathers album, so all the reggae artists who we grew up listening to, we've actually worked with them and they, you know, appeared on an album doing our songs. And so it doesn't get much better than that.
Okay.
Yeah.
We come into party, so come and party with us.
Yeah, Night of the Park, that's where it's at. Be there or be nowhere.
That's the word. He ain't lying.